And it's going to be an interesting comparison between the two guys at the two ends, the two goaltenders. Both are Great Britain internationals. There is John McCrone for Ayr there, who came into the squad as one of the last selections. And there's Murray Hansen, long-established international and a key figure in the Racers' defence. Frank Morris, influential in the Ayr defence. He's an attacker who switched to defence. I'll be looking to him. He's a very, very influential player. Frank Morris, number 9. And away we go with the Raiders in the white and black strip, playing from left to right as you look at it. Murrayfield in their familiar red, white and blue. Not much to choose between both sides in the qualifying matches in this Capital Foods competition. Murrayfield won at Ayr by 5 goals to 4, and Ayr returned the compliments here at Murrayfield by 6-4. And straight away into the action. The shots from the blue line coming in there from Paul Pentland.
Kellen got this over quickly to Pentland. The shot was low, a slight deflection right in front of McCrone, but he hangs on to it. Now here comes Scott Neal with the Racers.
A prod interception by Reid. Flicked all the way across here. LaPlante gets a knock. Kelland, of course, another veteran and tremendous player there, right in front of the goal. Oh, Chizovsky on the break now, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. LaPlante takes a second bite, and Murray Hansen smothered it somehow.
LaPlante had so many options here. He had Morris with him. Chizowski was over there. He took the shot, got the rebound. Hansen was down, but he came up with another key save.
Played out, neatly taken by Tony Hands. Hand and Neal again combining. Mollard with a shot. Doesn't make contact. Out come the Raiders with Reid. Reid there to Kidd, back to Reid. Flicked into the middle. LaPlante can't pick up the pass. Mollard now really is end-to-end play. Jim Mollard. Oh, wow, they let him go much too far. And he said, thank you very much. They were waiting for the pass, but Mollard said, I'll do it on my own, Paul.
Alistair Reid, number 5, got caught way out of position at the other end of the rink that helped set this up. He tries to get back in, but Mollard is too quick, and he finds the far corner.
Jimmy, next time.
It's a good pass had here to Smith.
We're going to have the first penalty of the game. Holding is the call. Gordon Peary signals to the Murrayfield Racers that they're going to have a man in the box for 2 minutes. Stevie Coombe goes over and steps into the penalty box area, so it'll be a chance for Murrayfield to kill off 2 minutes and Ayr Raiders to go into the power play situation.
There's Kidd, number 2. He's deceptive. It's a big fella, but he moves menacingly, and he's very difficult to dispossess. Here's Morris. LaPlante. Oh, and Krzyzowski.
The big left winger finally puts it in the net. It goes back to the point. Pushed along to the boards. Now LaPlante takes a shot. Murray Hansen can't control it. This is a sharp angle. The goalie goes down when he probably should have stayed up, and that's in the back of the net.
So Murrayfield, Paul Ferguson paying the penalty there, the power play goal, and I didn't really see the offence from Steve Coombe. It couldn't have been a too serious offence because it wasn't very evident.
Well, he was holding way off the play, and Gordon Peary was right on it. He was only about 10 feet away from the call, and you can see what effect penalties have.
One apiece then, all square. Here's Scott Neal. Oh! Oh! It was a sharp shot, but you have to question, maybe the goalkeeper was unsighted, but Neal makes it 2-1.
Another GB international. showing some impressive form out there. Scott Neal, always a tireless workhorse, brings it out into the slot area, lets the shot go. McCrone saw that all the way, and he just misjudged it.
Kozowski knocks it across, looking for Kidd. Kelland always had it covered. Here's LaPlante. They're relying more and more now on their imports. Kozowski right in front, there's LaPlante. Just couldn't get the contact. Again, really brisk move. Some cavalier work. Kozowski in there. So too is John Hay. And Big John Kidd getting involved. And it hasn't taken terribly long for things to warm up. Well, who'd be a linesman? They're the guys who've got to sort it out.
You know, John Kidd is getting very aggressive in his old age. If you talk to this guy before or after the game, he's one of the most easygoing fellows you want to meet, but we've seen him twice on television now, and both times he's trying to pound somebody's head in. This is how it started. LaPlante just couldn't get the handle on that one. Kozowski went into the corner. He'll come in a second. LaPlante is doing a lot of work, getting it back to the point now. Kozowski's going to come in here and hammer his man right into the boards. Here comes the check. That's a tough one. Still no penalty on the play. Nothing serious. Paul Pentland can handle that. Jock Hay mixes up. Here comes Kidd. He mixes it up with Pentland, gives him a shot from behind. Pentland doesn't like that, and then they square off.
And there's the result. John Kidd must consider his sins. 4 minutes to call. But now here's Mollard. Well, it looked like a pass, but in fact it was Jim Mollard who picked it up himself. Waiting here. Collinson is back on the blue line, so too is Keller. This is where the racers are strong. They do pick up their men on the blue line, and they're pretty accurate with these slap shots. Here's another. Oh, case in point. Brian Collinson really produced a blistering shot there. Paul Ferguson take us through it.
Well, both teams with a man in the penalty box, with the action all around the Raiders' net. Collinson picks it up 60 feet away, lets the shot go. That one misses the goal. McCrone, we have to look at him closely now because, again, perhaps a mistake from his part. That one beats him on the short side. That shouldn't have gone in the net.
It's going to be Jim Mollard going in here with Wilson for the drop. Knocked back here. Jim Ryan with the shots, and not cleared. Yes, had to be. That was a defensive mistake. And Wilson it was who took advantage.
Right from the face-off, Smith gets it back. That shot is a bobbling one. It doesn't really make it to the goalie. A defensive error, as you said, not a good clearance. Wilson's there to pick it up, and he puts it right inside the post.
Reed push forward, looking for Kidd. Couldn't find the pace or the width now. 2-on-2, Tony Hand goes it alone. Cracking shot.
Nice goal by Tony Hand to pick the far corner. He had the option here as he comes down on Morris of working with Scott Neal. Scott Neal straddled the blue line, worked in behind him, but he decided to go for the shot. And again, McCrone misjudges that one.
Mollard doing well, taking on 3 of them. Lines up the shot. Wasn't a bad one. This is Reed breaking out. Only Reed and Murrayfield have taken the penalty, and Tony Hand looking up for support. And it was there. Well, made it. It looked as though Scott Neal might have just got the final touch. We'll look again in replay, but Tony Hand did all the work there.
Very fast break. Tony Hand comes up. Neal steps out of the box, joins him in the chase. All the defensemen here backing right up on the goalie. Look at them, backing in. Morrison's there. He's flat-footed right now. Did Scott Neal get a touch? I think he did.
Kellen going through. Kellen going on his own. Still not clear. Oh. And now then, Collinson. And now then, where is the puck? It's absolutely desperate days here. Now Kellens is right back. There's a penalty called. And here we go. Mullard throws a very crisp right-hander.
Mullard had a real go at Wilson right in front, and that's what the original penalty was for. It was for roughing. A lot of stick swinging out there. A great rush here by Kellens. Mullard is out front. He takes a shot, another shot. This time Bernie McCrone gets in front of it. This shot is stopped. Now, pushing and shoving. Mullard, now he has a go. He's going to take a swipe at Wilson. The camera can't see him right now, but he's right in front of the net, and that's a roughing call. And let's see what the official adds on there.
It's a 4-minute penalty, so he'll carry it forward into the second period. It's a good pass over here to Chisovsky. Chisovsky's shot was a stinger. But there is the hooter. 5-2 the score. There's Morris. He's doing his bit.
Exactly. Morris is doing well, and Chisovsky is trying to do a solo effort there, perform solo heroics, but LaPlante every once in a while will pop in a goal, but for the full 60 minutes, I want more for my money.
It's a good shot from Mullard. That was sheer opportunism. Took the pass, cracked it first time. Just look at it again.
Tony Hand doing a lot of work. It's a power play situation. Wilson goes after his man. This is a one-timer, just squeaks in between the skate and the post. Mullard, the goal scorer.
And there's a real cavalier attack. It was Hugh Finlay that was involved.
Well, Colin McAfee went flying into the goalpost here, and this is why the posts shouldn't be firmly secured, and they're not. They shouldn't be firmly secured. They should be allowed to do just that when they're hit. That hurts, though.
Well, a whole new interpretation on the expression moving the goalpost. John Kidd picking up the loose puck. Going to get right down. Well, that was an interesting one. Chisovsky, it was a bit lucky, really, but he's got LaPlante right in front, and LaPlante should have buried that one. Wins it back, and again Chisovsky somehow or other missed it. A very acute angle. This is a really enterprising period by Ayr, but they should be doing better, trying to squeeze it round the angle. Now the break is on. It's 3-on-2 as Tony Hand brings it up. He's got Coombe to the right, and he is forechecked. LaPlante leaving it for Chisovsky. Deflected shot came off the skate, I think it was, of Chris Kellens.
Chisovsky and LaPlante really showing their class. I know we've been critical of LaPlante, but this time he came up trumps with some key work there. A great touch, should have gone in the corner, but a great save by Maury Hansen. Now he gets it over to Chisovsky. Look at that, right across the goal line.
Morris, look at him go. Paul Pentland's lost his stick, but not his man. And Morris' determination.
You can see how tough these guys hit these sticks. That one broke right in half. The players stay right on the situation.
There's Alec McWilliams, famous referee, just saying, there's firewood. Neal. Well, he really brushed LaPlante off there, and there's Tony Hand in hand. There's Morris, and right in front there had to be. Hand combined with Mullard and Neal, and it really was a pretty goal.
Very much so. And this is like a training exercise for the Murrayfield racers. They're controlling the game. They're controlling the puck. Tony Hand just says, let's try with the backhand right now. Mullard, Neal eventually puts it in the open net.
Chizovsky still using his stick brilliantly well. And here he is again with a chance of a shot. Unselfishly leaves it for Morris. And now McAfee. And once again, the goalposts are dislodged. Paul Ferguson, you're itching to say something.
Some good stuff from Maury Hansen. Excellent goaltending here. The Raiders finally putting on a better show here in this spell. Hansen clears it away. LaPlante gets it right out front. Trzowski is there. Kidd is there. Look at this for a save. Great goaltending. This is where the goal is dislodged as Hansen knocks it away and the whistle blows.
LaPlante going nowhere, looking for Kidd. Lucky to pick up the loose puck. Morris has made... Oh, well, I think the pass was intended for Morris and Chizovsky. And Mullard is back in the action. And if he's true to form, will get moved straight in. End of the second period, 2 goals for Murrayfield. They lead 7-2, and it's going to need a really superhuman effort from Ayr Raiders in the final period. Flicked around the Crone. Callan was on target, and well, that was hand to hand. I think we might say there, Paul. Very saucy. Mullard sees the joke. I wonder if the ref will.
Well, Peary spotted this. Kellen comes in, takes a swipe at it, goes way in the air. Now watch this. Hand catches it, throws it behind his back. You can't get away with that. Well, you can try. It seems that Mullard is the easy one to wind up out there. Have a couple of words with him, and he's ready to throw a punch. And if they can get him off the ice, then he's a key figure gone for the Murrayfield attack.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on Jim Mullard, because here he is, and he's moving around.
Dave, it's the oldest trick in the book in British ice hockey. You send a British player after a key import. You lose one British player, but they lose an import. And that's probably what they're going to try to do here.
Here is Rost. And Rost getting some rough treatment. And Mullard and Rost again clashing. And this is beginning to brew up. And they're hunting for each other, Paul.
And there's going to be a penalty. Slashing is the call against Murrayfield. Mullard stepping in the penalty box.
Well, the tactics worked. Questionable about the ethics.
Well, it's all part of the game. Let's see if we can pick this slashing call up. There's the trip there. Now watch Mullard. Turns around. No. The whistle is already blown.
Now if he can get it away, Tony Hand's all on his own. Hand onside and on the keeper. Makes it look ever so simple.
Tony Hand picks up his hat trick on this one. He was cruising right at the red line. All the Ayr Raiders had pushed forward. Here he comes in. Breakaway situation. Tipped it right between the pads. So easy.
And there's Tony Hand, and that was a typical Hand goal, and a cheeky one too. Once again, it looks as though Ayr will be unable to capitalise on the power play situation. Right in front there, yes, that's better. Smith. At long last, Ayr managed to find the net, and Gary Smith making a lot of ground down the right. Just gets the finishing touch.
Smith works his way down the right wing. It's a bouncing, bobbling puck. Even then, Murray Hansen got a piece of it. This time he couldn't stop it from going in the net.
Frank Morris. Szozowski. And that's Darren Cunningham, number 2, young man coming in. So Murrayfield obviously feel that they've done enough and can blood one or two of their young warriors. Oh. John Kidd, I think that hit him rather than he hitting the puck. Interesting, look at that one again, Paul.
Kidd was well positioned. This one came out, it was a one-timer. You see the big man, Szozowski, doing his stuff again. Murray Hansen, no chance on that.
And we did Kidd an injustice. He certainly played his shot. Very quick reactions for a big fella. So away we go in this last minute and a half of the cup final, which here have been really taken apart, and now there's a real chance. And it's there. Coombe on the break.
Mullard joins the rush here. A short-handed goal with Lamb sitting it out for 2 minutes. Still no let-up for the pressure here from the Racers. Bernie goes down, but it trickles underneath.
Last 12 minutes. Morris. And the drums start beating again, and it's a victory. Beats the tower sounding. Inside here, oh, Szozowski unable to pick up that one. Does well, back checks. Hard in there, John Ballantyne, number 16. They're counting him down. And there is the hooter. It's Murrayfield's day, it's Murrayfield's trophy. 9-4 the final score, and the celebrations will go on in Edinburgh for some time yet.
Chris, did you think it would be so comfortable?
No, we really didn't. They had a really close game yesterday with Fife, maybe took a little bit more of them in the afternoon. We came out flying last night. We had a little bit easier game against Glasgow, Division 1 team. Even though they had a few extra imports there, they were a little bit easier, maybe didn't know each other that well. So we had a bit of an easier game yesterday. Maybe took a bit more of them yesterday, and so we came well prepared today.
Did you feel that you killed the game in the first period?
It wasn't so much the first period, because they got some good scorers at 7 and 16. They're both capable of putting away 3 or 4 a game. Murray Hansen came up really strong for us today, and he did the job for us, kept the doors closed.
He really did play a blinder, didn't he?
Oh, he played super today. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for him, they probably would have had another 3 or 4 goals, and it would have been a tighter game.
Were you surprised that Ayr didn't come back stronger at the end?
Oh, I mean, we shut them down pretty well too, and I guess guys get a little bit discouraged when the goaltending's that hot. They're in getting the chance, but they can't put in the net, and the discouragement sets in, and you know, they just maybe couldn't get it up again.
Chris, congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
So Murrayfield Racers win the Capital Foods Scottish Cup final. They've beaten the Ayr Raiders by 9-4, and I'll tell you, there were some points during that game where I was quite happy to be standing on the sidelines. That said, I hope you've enjoyed the action. Good night from Edinburgh.